What's up? Well, I'm the one and only Matthew J. Glasgow Senior. Many times you have to find another way of stretching, especially when you're used to being at the gym or in class, in the martial art class with someone. And it's hard to stretch sometimes when you get used to that. Because now, when you're ready for that last max out good stretch, you can't get it. Because you don't have that friend or that support of someone to stretch you. I dealt with that problem so many times. I used newspaper to help stretch with. They didn't really get it. I stayed with the newspaper up until I got to about 19 years old. Now, I eventually went to skateboard. Skateboard gave me everything that I was missing from that friend or that martial arts student that would help stretch me in class. I said to myself that I'm going to get into these splits without having help, and I'm going to find the tools that would benefit me just like I had that help. I'm at the closing of my stretching with the skateboards. You can follow along with me. We're stretching the back, the left, upper thigh muscle right now, using a skateboard and using a chair to balance myself to control how fast I go down so I don't tear or pull a muscle or the ligament and cause a problem to my body. As I become more and more warmed up, I go lower and lower. And see, with the skateboard, I don't have to worry about the floor grabbing onto my feet when I know I can go just a little further, but I can't because the floor won't allow me to slide. But the skateboard will. The skateboard will let you go as far as you want to go. That's the good thing about the skateboard stretch. It will not hold you up. As long as the wheel will roll, the skateboard will allow you to go there. As I get warmed up, I'm going lower and lower. I hold in a spot or a position to allow my muscles to warm up by me knowing how far I actually can go. I don't just drop to that point or push or rush to get to that point where I know I can go to. I allow my muscles to be warmed up because I always want to go beyond my natural point. So when I go to that point where I know I can go at least another half a foot. But the muscle has to be properly warm. And it's very important to make sure you're taking your D3 vitamins. I drink joint juice. Joint juice is a maximum absorption. It allows you to get it directly into your blood. There's no waiting period. It goes to work on your ligament, repairing tissue and damaged tissue in your muscle. A lot of athletes, they always, Isaiah Thomas told back at his muscle, I can flip my feet, I can walk on my own sideways and everything. It doesn't bother me because I put in the proper nutrition. Most basketball players, when they run down the floor, as soon as their feet turn sideways, the game is over, they got a swollen foot. Somebody is not teaching them how to flex their muscle, how to stretch and how to stretch their instep. It's not being done properly, it's not being taught right. Because it's not being taught right, And it's not explained to them the level of water and D3 must be kept in their body daily. So there's a price you pay. But my thing to every athlete, pick up the dictionary and go to A to Z for vitamins and read yourself. You don't need a doctor to tell you that. Common sense should tell you something. But even as myself, I got in trouble for the simple fact, when I retired from competition, started working on grocery store and building a grocery store, something that's going to take care of me, something that I can retire with. I did away with all of my vitamins. I felt that I didn't need all that. I can get it from regular food, even by being a vegetarian. I turned out to be 100% wrong. If you're an athlete, and if you're not an athlete, you need supplement because you will not get it in food. I don't care what they tell you. They can tell you all they want. You will not get it from food. I'm a vegetarian. If I can't get it from my food, I can guarantee you, you're not going to get it from that steak and that pork chop. That's for real. You eat that mess all you want to, but what you will get is cancer. Because you have chosen not to eat an apple, you have chosen not to eat any type of proper fruit that cleans your body, your intestine, and keeps it clean daily. When I was a child, after we finished eating regular food, the meat and everything, we had vegetables we had to eat afterwards. We could not leave the table without eating, but we never had a problem eating because for some reason, because we ate as a young child, it's always given to us, we always liked it. So we never had a problem eating it. But children today, they're not used to it. They don't want it. They want a hamburger. They want a cheeseburger. If your muscle is not healthy enough or your ligament is not healthy enough, bouncing can be very dangerous stretching. But if you are healthy enough, your muscles are healthy enough, bouncing is very good. It will get you all the way down to your split faster. I'm always pushing everything to the next level. Many times my friend, they used to call me crazy. And I always thought I did too much. I never felt I did enough. So a lot of things, my training now, I do alone. But even back then, most of my training I did alone. But they never knew that when they seen me, I was actually doing a second workout. They didn't realize it, neither did I bother to tell them. I'm near the closing of my stretch. And when I close my stretch, I do what I call a max out. This is what I'm about to do now. It's known as a max out. In other words, it's my last stretch. I want to go lower. I want to go further down. This is something you do not try unless you know you got good flexibility. I don't resist stretching. In other words, once my body began to go, I let it go because I know my muscle, my ligament is healthy. It's not going to tear. But if it's going out on the skateboard and I'm fighting at the same time, that's going to be a problem. And that problem, I guarantee is going to be with my legs. I'm going to tear up something. I use a chair to balance myself. Now this stretch, raising the bar, the most of the stretch is right up in here. This area in the martial art world, I never did get this completely stretched out. I never came up with the proper technique. Now they got the website, they got extreme stretching, they have all this in there. And now I seen it in my mind, but I never understood exactly how I need to use it to benefit myself. And then when I looked at it on YouTube, it gave me the exact idea of what I need to do. This enabled me not only to raise and hold my leg up over my head, but it enabled me to stretch even beyond my shoulder level. And this is my word what I call 360 flexing. It's something that I developed and worked on myself to get to that point. I'm MJG-HOLY-TE Senior, founder of Holy-Te-KARATE. I'll talk to you later. Follow me into 2015. I'm going to do something that is impossible to understand by the natural mind. But when you ask me the question, I will break it down for you. And I'm MJG-HOLY-TE Senior. Talk to you later. Let's close this out.